And so he was diagnosed with Prader Willie.
Prader Willie, yep. Yep. And that just the typical Prader Willie children have they're low tone. When they're babies at least, and they don't tend to suck very good because of the low tone, which is part of the breathing problems too. It's because his muscles aren't, where they should be developmentally.
John's symptoms include nystagmus, rapid eye movement, low muscle tone, breathing difficulty. So that's pretty normal breathing?
Mm-hmm. Without me closing his mouth, yeah.
Go ahead and close the mouth. Closing the mouth helps bring the lower jaw forward, similar to a CPR technique. And so at night you hold it shut while you sleep?
Mm-hmm. So no, I really don't sleep.
Have him open his eyes?
No. John. John. Hello. Hey. Are you going to open your eyes? No.
Make some noises.
John. Hello. John. Hello. Hey.
When did they put the NG tube in?
He's had it since he was born. Yeah, because that's the only way he would eat. So I change it at home once a week. And we're trying to wean him off it. He's on thickened liquids. And as far as his breathing, they were thinking, they don't really know yet. If he needs a CPAP or a BiPAP or one of those, if he needs his tonsils and adenoids out to make room for his airway. Or if he needs some sort of jaw reconstruction to bring his jaw forward. Because if you hold his tongue down, he breathes fine, because his tongue falls way back. So they don't really know what they're going to do yet.
From these pacifiers, we used the one I felt would be most physiologically compatible with John. Now I'm doing some intraoral muscle release techniques to assist the internal pterygoid in relaxing so that the tongue can assume a more normal posture when the pacifier is inserted. Get a little more pink. Circulation has improved immediately. We use pressure indicator paste to determine where and what modifications need to be made.
Second.
Turn him just a little bit so we can see the side. So how was sleep? How was he yesterday after we got done?
After we got done, he was very relaxed, and he took a bottle, no problem. And he was really tired yesterday. and his breathing was fine. You know, he didn't have the breathing problems that I saw. And then also yesterday was the testing day at the hospital, and I called the doctor and I said, gosh, you know, he's doing much better. You know, he's not having the breathing, he's been eating. And she goes, well, I'll still come in for the, you know, the swallow study, and then we'll see if we have to do the other stuff. I said, oh, okay, so went for the swallow, where they just watched him swallow, and he did just fine. And so they didn't do any of the other testing. I said, okay. And so then she said, she remarked on that he was holding a nook in his mouth, because the speech therapist had seen him since he was in the NICU. I said, yeah. I said, we went to the dentist, and she's like, oh my gosh. She goes, that is so cool. And anyway, so she was very impressed and wants to refer all of her kids to you. And then last night, he did fine. He slept very well. I slept right next to him, you know, just to make sure that things were going okay, but he kept his nook in the whole time, and I woke him up about 2 to eat, and he took, you know, he took a bottle and did fine. But we have been doing the exercises and stuff.
So you've been doing the mouth
Yeah.
release.
He doesn't like that, but
Uh-huh.
but I do it. Yeah.
So you were able to get a little sleep last night then?
Yes, I was able to get some sleep.
As far as his sucking
He's-
is concerned, what percent improvement in his sucking ability?
Well, as far as keeping a nook in his mouth, like 100%, because he didn't ever keep a nook in his mouth. And as far as the sucking goes, I think that's improved, I don't know, like 30-40%.
I'm Paula Luger. I'm an occupational therapist that works with John at his house.
And Paula referred John to us. And so what things have you changed? Have you seen change since yesterday?
I see his voice is louder and stronger, so there's a difference in his voice quality. And I see him doing a lot more movement and a lot stronger through the body, a lot better hand movement and leg movement. His breathing is much better than when I was there on Thursday.
Oh, it was bad that day.
Yeah, because he couldn't keep his breathing organized at all on Thursday. And now he's doing really well. Less retraction and slower rate and deeper breathing too. Yeah.
Showing more interest. And Paula, you mentioned a little bit more organization with the neck, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the head strength and neck positioning and all that is better.
The eyes seem more alert also.
Mm-hmm.
Neck movement stronger.
Yeah, he's turning more side to side. He's got the control to go side to side.
One of the things Dr. Robson talks about is the response of the neck and head posture changing when the pacifier is in. The lower jaw is starting to posture forward a little bit more when he's this is out.
Yeah, he can close his mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where he wasn't doing that
No.
before.
Looks like a different baby.
He does. From what I've talked to from other parents with this, who say for the first year practically they don't really move at all. They certainly don't cry or do
They
any
don't
of
do
this stuff. No. That's why when we went to visit with 3 other families, I said, "Are you sure he even has this?" Because he was moving. I said, really, our kids didn't open their eyes probably for the first 6 months or move. And all because of with the syndrome, they're so hypotonic.
John's early treatment involved adjusting a custom-made baby bottle nipple, pacifier, and appliance. Lynn, do you want to take that out so we can see that upper? Good job, John.
We see his Prader Willie doctor once every 6 months.
Okay.
And he said that he is the #1 Prader Willie person, baby ever, that he's ever seen in his 30 years of doing children with Prader Willie. You know, when he's on the floor, he can sit up and play with stuff. So that's pretty impressive. From the people that we've talked with, he's pretty amazing, because none of the kids were ever, you know, fed with a bottle, and certainly didn't sit up, you know, at 6 months or so.
So now is he in daycare during the day?
He is, yep. Yeah.
Do you work full time?
I do. I do. You know, a lot of parents had to stay home the first year or so until the kids were able to eat solid foods, because it's kind of, you know, hard to find a daycare provider when you want to tube feed my kid, or, you know, it's kind of complicated. And you always worry about that. So I have, you know, the people that I've talked to, the mothers, have stayed home, you know, with their babies. Yeah, you know, he's got really good head and neck control, I think. I mean, that was a huge thing with his breathing and everything. We haven't had to go to the doctor because of respiratory stuff this year, which amazed his pediatrician. We went in for his 1-year check, and she said, "Oh my gosh," she says, "I've been thinking about you all year." She said, "I thought for sure that I would have seen you in here because of his respiratory stuff." But he was good.
Okay, so the appliances in. And we pipped it once. John. 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 It's easy to say, hard to do. Have him open his eyes.
No. John. Hey. Are you going to open your eyes? From what I've talked to from other parents with this, who say for the first year practically they don't really move at all. They certainly don't cry. He's pretty amazing, because none of the kids were ever, you know, fed with a bottle, and certainly didn't sit up.
Dreams that you dream of, dreams really